Okay, so I had it cut on. Now what I'm doing is I have gloves on because I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but I really don't like touching fish. But, you know, as cooks, we got to work it out. So what am I doing? I'm working it out because if I'm cooking it, you know, I can get cooked. So I got to do what I got to do. Alright, so what you do is you just put the fish in, one side, and it'd be nicer if I had a flat kind of container, but you know, you work it out, you do what you use. Dust off as much as you can, and let me get a plate so I can lay them in. Okay, so I've set up a kind of a little, a train. There's the flour, here's the fish, here's the plate. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap these over. So I can grab the fish, put in the flour, put it on the plate. And I don't know if I said it again, but I'll say it again. I'm planning on also, oh, y'all don't know. This is so gross to me. I'm so thinking about getting my husband. Gross. Really, really gross. Okay, hold on. Hey, that felt a little too weird. I'm going to go on and use some tongues. Don't judge me, please. So I'm just going to do that. Flip it over. Try to get some flour inside. My husband just came behind me. I got it. I'll work it out. Thank you, honey. I'll do it. So just take off the excess flour because you really don't need that. That's just going to make your grease worse. The ones that have the skin on, I just don't want to touch. But this one is fine. It's skinned. So let me grab some more of the... Oops, sorry. Dust it off. Alright, and now what I'm going to do is take this over to the stove and we're going to cook it up. And you see I put a little bit of flour and it just sizzled up. So what I'm going to do is still take off some of the flour and I'm just going to put it in. Ah, what you do for your family. They just don't know what we go through. But we don't do it for the credit. We do it because we love them. Not as bad with the flour on it. Scoop that on over. It's sizzling pretty good. I'm just going to let that sizzle. And you don't have to put in a whole consuming amount of grease. You don't have to do that. Just let it go for, I'll set it the timer. I'm going to let it go for around 3 minutes. And again, I have it on medium heat now. I had started on medium high, and then I cut it down after around 3 minutes. Because remember, I don't have a lot of grease in it, so it heated up pretty quickly. And I'm holding the camera so I can't do it. But what I recommend is while that's cooking, you can be battering the rest of the fish so you can get it ready for the next batch. Also, another thing too is have a plate ready. What I normally do is I have a plate, which I'm getting, put it on the side, and grab a paper towel, and I'll show you after I'm done. Grab a paper towel, and that's what you want to put your fish on. See, it's just a paper towel and a plate. Put that on there so you can be able to drain some of the grease off of it. So let me see it. Yeah, I'm going to let it stay there for a little longer. There we go. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and batter some more chicken. And I'll be back when I flip this. Alright, I don't know if you can hear it in the background. It's beeping. It's been 2 minutes. I think around 3 minutes. Because I set it for 2 minutes, but I didn't just directly cut it off. But you can see it's brown here now. It's brown around the edges. Oops. Kind of breaking apart. There we go. I'm just flipping it over. It's nice and brown, which is what we want. There. And I'm going to set the timer for another 2 minutes. So I did around 3 minutes on one side, and I'm going to do around, now for this inside of this chicken, I'm not sure if it's done. So what I'm going to do is I may end up leaving this one in a little bit longer because it's open like that, you know. Make sure the grease gets inside of there to make sure it cooks it. But I got it set for 2 minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and cut back off the camera again because I'm going to start battering. Well, actually, I've already battered some chicken already. I'm saying chicken, but you know what I mean. I mean fish. So I can actually wait. soon as I take these off, I'm going to take the ones that I just floured and I'm going to put them inside of the pan. So 2 more minutes. Alright, it's been 2 minutes. I just cut off the timer. And it's a nice brown. So I'm going to go ahead and lay this in the tray. I'm glad I got a nice little brown. Put that there. Look at all that grease that could be inside of you or your family. I'm going to flip this over now. There we go. And I'm going to put in the other ones. So let me put those in.